Hi guys, it's Meridy here, and today I am here with my fourth process video using the Sunny Escapes Limitless and Essentials Kit. And today I'm going to be scrapbooking two pictures of myself. I wanted to paddleboard, but my knee was really hurt, so I couldn't even try to stand up to get my balance because it was throwing my knee out. So I ended up just going and doing it while sitting on my knees and sitting on my butt. So I have a couple pictures of that. That's from 2 summers ago. So those are the two pictures that I would like to scrapbook today. And I know I want to use these 3 seashells from the seashell pack and this little embellishments from the die cut pack for One Great Vacation, and a little geotag with the heart and a geotag with the word summer. That's one of our acrylics this month. I've got my little color swatch there, and of course I have all of my other pieces. I've got trim and sequins and my little baubles, my stamp sets. I really do want that one out, and then all of these goodies here that I'm gonna take out. It's the Vicky Bouton puffy stickers, the Simple Stories foam stickers, and my alphabet stickers. So I've got all of these things and all these little pieces in here too. I've got my Distress Oxide Uncharted Mariner mist that came in this month's kit. And then I've got my paper scraps, more scraps, and these 2 green sheets were from my stash. They're just cardstock from my stash. The rest of this is from the kit, and I really want to focus for my the main paper on this kit to be this map sunburst one. And then of course I have my 2 sticker sheets that came in this month's kits. So I'm gonna start by putting the branding strip off of this, and I really love this paper a lot. I don't know if I want it to be the whole entire back of my layout, or if I just want, you know, half of it, to cut it in half maybe and just make part of it, or just a section of it on my layout. I am not too sure what I want to do yet. I think the first thing I'm gonna do is cut this picture down to a 4x4, just because it's just me in the center there, and I didn't feel like I needed it to have even more blue in it. So I think I just like those 2 pictures. And then I was even thinking like maybe I can cut a few chunks out of here so it can just show white through to the background. I don't know, like, should I put a piece of white paper in the background and cut away a few of these Starburst chunks? I'm just gonna put those stickers off to the side till I'm ready for them. I don't know. Or maybe I can do that with just half the paper, like the top half, and then the bottom half I could just leave solid white or something. Let's see what other layouts I made this month. I'm gonna go check out the other layouts that I made the past few videos, the past few days, because I don't want to do something super similar to those. Okay, I think I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna cut this paper directly in half. So 6 inches, 6 inches, and it lines up with the exact lines there. Okay, and then I can either use the top half or the bottom half on my layout. So maybe I'm gonna keep it like this, or maybe like that. Oh, I kind of like, I don't know, I like both of them. I kind of like the bottom half showing and the top being white, and I can put my title and whatnot up there. So I think I will do that. And then I need to see if I need to mount my pictures. You know, I think I'm just gonna trim these pictures a little bit more, maybe to get them about 5, this one is 5 inches by 3.5 inches. And I'll do this one 3.5 inch square. Okay, there, that gives a little more focus on me in the pictures and just a little more space to mat my pictures and whatnot. So, shall I mat them on green or on orange? Oh, they look really sharp matted on orange because I have so much orange in the picture. Or yellow. Let's see, that's yellow. Oh, I think I'm gonna have to mat them on orange. But if you know me, you know I like to mat them on white first. So I'm gonna really mat them on a really thin piece of white first, and then I'm gonna go ahead and mat them on the orange, and I will be right back. Now, I really am not sure about this next part. I think I want to put a little bit of mixed media up there. I want it to be super light blue. I think I'm just gonna get my watercolor paints and just put a little bit coming out at the top. I know I do that often, but I just feel like it needs, it's a little sparse there. So let me go fill up my water and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm just gonna move my pictures here and get my little paints. And know that this is gonna be covered up halfway, so I'm not gonna get too much mixed media going down there. And I think, trying to look at what colors are in here. I think this color is pretty close to what I like. Oops, I forgot to put water on my paper first. Just a little. If you put too much, you're gonna get pilling on your paper, which you don't want. Like if you mess around too much with too much water and just too much touching your work surface. So I think I'm going to leave it at that. Let me make sure. I just might want a little more up here and a little more over here, so that I make sure I have enough mixed media that I can actually see it. Now, I'm gonna let this dry, and then I'm gonna come and add some splatters, but that is the perfect shade to match my picture. And I didn't even have to mix two colors. Okay, I'm going to adhere this down, and then I'm gonna work on adding some of those little splatters. I just don't want to, I just need to know exactly where I need to put them. And I think, you know what, before I put this down, I'm gonna test something. I wanna see how the splatters look in the Uncharted Mariner. So I just wanna test them under here. Oh yeah, I think that will look good. Apparently I'm putting some right there. Okay, and then I also wanted to use a few splatters just in the color that I used on my layout. So what I'm going to do is get myself my water brush and just dip it in here and put a few. Oh, I gotta get a little more water on it. I want it to blend in with the dark, like be interspersed with that dark blue. And then I think that big blot right here is gonna get mostly covered by a photo. So I'm just gonna kind of take some of that off because it was just really dark and it was gonna take a long time to dry. And as you can tell, this Uncharted Mariner color is drying a lot lighter than what it originally splattered. So I'm pretty glad about that. I didn't want it to look too crazy. I think I can put this down now. Oh, see, I didn't even get enough over here. I'm gonna have to use a tiny bit more. Once I get my pictures down, I might decide that I need a little more, but it's too wet right now for me to put anything down. You know what? I'm gonna put a tiny bit more light blue up there so it's showing. Now I am going to allow this to dry, and in the meantime I am going to come in here and I'm going to pick a few different phrases and stickers that I want on here. So I'm going to do that off camera and I will be right back. Okay, so I've got two little phrases that I grabbed out of my stickers. I got discover brand new, and I'm going to spell the word things with my yellow sticker, so it's going to say discover brand new things. And with that, I'm just going to put the letters down on my little ruler here, so it's all ready when it's time for me to add that part. I can just add it. I already have the letters, and I can move it around on the ruler and see how I like the spacing on the layout. So it's going to say discover brand new things. And then I also liked the word adventures off the puffy stickers, so I'm going to write paddle board adventures, and I'm going to write it with my little alphabet letter stickers. I'm not sure what color I want to do this, since I have this branding strip sitting here just looking all nice waiting for me. I think I'm gonna just do it right on this branding strip. And then I'm gonna go ahead and stamp my words paddle board right on this branding strip in black ink. And I have a little tutorial video tutorial of how to make these little letter tiles. I will link that in the description of this video so you don't have to watch me do all of this little busy work right here. So I'll be right back when I get the word paddle board stamped. Alrighty, so I've got my little paddleboard adventures, discover new things, brand new things. My pictures, I think this is all just about dry, so I can start kind of placing things down on here. Let's see, maybe I should put a little tag sticking out in that top area. Take time to relax, or just the ocean waves. I don't know. I'm gonna cut apart the take time to relax and this pink one. Okay, I think I like both of those tags, and I really think I want to use the rest of these tags not as tags. I want to use them as the orange part of that paper, because I just love it so much, and I'm running out of it rapidly because I keep using the tags. So let me finish cutting these tags and hole punch them. Okay, so I've got my tags here. I'm gonna put one up there and one down here. Okay, and then I can put right here, discover brand new things. And down here I can put my paddleboard adventures. For one great vacation. That'll be cute. Paddleboard adventures for one great vacation. And then I can just continue in here adding my little embellishments. I love these little shells so much. So those are definitely going to make an appearance on here. I kind of like that. I know I'm not putting my little letters right here because it's just a lot to keep moving around as I'm designing here, and there's just a lot of little pieces that are kind of a pain to move back and forth. I know I want to embellish with some of these little bobble flatback gold pearl things, because those are really cool to me, and I haven't even used them this month at all yet, and I was really excited about them. So I'm happy to use these on this page. And then I think I'm going to do a little stamping underneath some of these areas. And I'm going to start with the black. You know what, before I do that, I'm going to make sure what stickers I'm going to put in these areas, because I want these to just kind of be on the background, not like stamped and fussy cut. So I just want them to kind of stick out from under the embellishment clusters. I don't really want to use these. They're a little duller in color than all the colors I've got going on here. So I'm gonna just turn to these, and do like these 3 arrows here. Okay. And I really like, I like a lot of things. This is hard because I don't know what to do first. I think I'm just gonna start stamping over here under each embellishment cluster. I'm gonna do that first because I need to be able to move all of the pieces in order to get the stamps down, and I need to do that first. So I will use black ink for this. And I'm just gonna start stamping. I think I'm going to adhere my pictures together, just like I have them, not the embellishments, but these 2 tags and the pictures, so that when I need to, I can just move one giant piece instead of trying to move 4 pieces. Okay, that's so much easier to just move one giant piece. Okay, back to my stamping. So I wanted to stamp one image right under here, and then another one I want to stamp up under here. I want to get another one. The thing about stamping on your layout is once you stamp it, there's no turning back. So make sure that you want your stamp where you've got it before you stamp it. And then I am gonna put a little inside in these stamps too. I'm going to go with the solid square that's a little bit smaller than the outline, not the one that's the exact same size. And for the color, now this is gonna blend a lot if I use speckled egg. Where's my color swatch? Peacock feathers is kind of gonna be too bright. Blueprint sketch, I think I've got enough blue in there. Wild honey might look good, but I also have a lot of yellow. I'm thinking the speckled egg might be the best, so it's just subtle inside of there, because I don't really want just the whole layout to be about these little stamped images. Okay guys, so I just used speckled egg. I just wanted it to be subtle. I think it worked. And now I can come in and put all of my things back like I had them, and decide if I need to put any other stamped images. Okay, I'm not gonna put anything else in there because I don't want to detract from all the other things that I have going on here. And I think I can go ahead and start adhering things down. So I'm gonna adhere down everything that you've seen me working with so far, but I'm not gonna adhere down any of the other stickers yet. I will pick those on camera with you so you can see my train of thought while I'm picking the other stickers to use. Alrighty guys, I got everything adhered, not these bigger pieces. I think I need a little more of my blue paint in some areas because it really got covered up with the tags and embellishments and whatnot. So I'm just gonna come in here, try not to make a mess, and just try to add a little bit more color in there and a little bit more down there. Okie doke. Now I think I'm gonna go ahead and adhere these words down because I think that's where I want them. And I'm gonna pop this little geotag up on foam tape before I adhere it down. And then I can come in here with some of these stickers and try to add a few more little bits and bobs to my embellishment clusters. Okay, and then I did love these 3 little chevron arrows. I'm not sure where I want to place them. maybe there. That looks pretty good right there, I think. And then I've got a little starfish. And I've got a great sand dollar that I can stick under there. I'm still waiting for that to finish drying all the way before I adhere those down. I think I'm going to use a little bit of this, maybe the waves, and let's see. I'm just gonna cut a little piece of this and see if I like it in here. I don't think I'm gonna put the wave part under there. I think I'm just gonna leave it. I'll leave it like that. You know what I realized, guys, on all of my layouts this month, I have forgotten to show you where I'm gonna put my journaling, and that's because I can't find my little journaling, faux journaling cards. Let me try to find those. I found it. I have not used these all month, and I just realized that, I think, on my last video as I was editing it. So I would put the journaling probably down here on this layout. Yeah, I'll probably put it right there. But yeah, I totally forgot. These are just my little pretend journaling strips. It's just like a little template. I usually type out my journaling and cut it apart and put it in strips on the page. Okay, I think this is gonna wrap up this layout. I really want to put something through those tags. I wonder if I could do this and just maybe staple it on there. I think that will look cute. So I will try that. And I'll get my little Tim Holtz attacher. I'm gonna tack it down with adhesive so it doesn't move while I'm trying to staple it. Cute. There we go. I think the last thing that I'm going to try to add on here are some of these little flat back gems, because they're so cute. And I'm gonna try to put them kind of in the areas where I've got embellishment clusters going already. So I think after I put these down, that's gonna pretty much wrap up my layout for today. If you were inspired by this layout to create a similar layout using your Sunny Escapes kit, or just using anything from your stash, and you use this as inspiration, we would love to see it on our Not Just for Boys Kit Club community Facebook group, and I will link that in the description of this video. If you are interested, you can subscribe to our kits. I will link all the subscription information in that link of where you can subscribe in this video as well. If you like my videos, these process videos, you might want to subscribe to our YouTube channel, as I put about 8 process videos a month on YouTube, so using the current month's kit. So this is the 4th video for this month that I'm using, so I've got 4 more videos with this kit coming up this month. And then at the end of the month, I make a Style Your Scraps video where I just kind of show you what I do with all the leftover pieces from my kit to kind of just get as much as I can. Maybe there's not very many papers left, but I make some unique embellishments using the leftover pieces. So I think that is about it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching today, and I will be back in a couple of days with my 5th process video. Okay, bye-bye.